Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here today at Creator Shift. I am talking to the amazing Mary Meyer. Mary, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Nice to
Fantastic.
see your face again.
Yes. You have sadly moved away to Atlanta, what, a year and a half after I moved to Atlanta? So hurt my
Yes.
feelings a little bit, but
Yeah, yeah. I was just
you're
like,
doing so much better, so I'm super happy about that. So, yes.
yeah, yeah.
We are going to do a quick little breakdown of the promo video that we did last year for All the Laughs Festival. I originally did this video, like I originally kind of conceived of it as something that Dominic was going to do, our good friend Dominic Ricano, who is the founder of the festival. And the reason that I came up with it, one, we really needed a promo video. Like we didn't have anything yet for the festival. It was what 3 weeks maybe before the festival. We hadn't done any promo
Yeah,
videos, and so I
yeah.
needed a promo video. And secondly, the theater location moved. It was at Ponce. What is it called, Mary? Ponce City Market.
On
Am I
City
saying
Market.
that right?
Yeah.
It was at the theater used to be at one side of Ponce and it had moved to the other side of Ponce. So we needed people to
Right.
know physically like where the theater space was. So
Mhm.
I bullet pointed a whole bunch of topics, and it looked long in text form, but I knew the video was only going to be 2.5, 3 minutes. And I originally was going to have Dominic do it, but one, Dominic is chaotic all the time, and he's especially chaotic right before the festival. And I occasionally call him Mr. Grumpy Pants because he sometimes gets a little grumpy, and I was like, I don't want to do it with Dominic. And I said, can I do it with Mary? And he goes, yeah, great. And he didn't ask me anything. I didn't tell him what the video was. I didn't tell him the point of it. I was like, I just want to do a video with Mary. I contacted you, you said yes, and like 3 days later we met and just went to Ponce. We just
Yeah,
literally just sort of threw the whole thing together.
right.
So here I'm going to go ahead and play, since the video is only 3 minutes, I'm just going to go ahead and play the whole video, and then we're going to have a little chat about it, just kind of going through and talking about the ideas, how we came up with it, that sort of thing. So let's do our screen share, and I'm just going to play our 3-minute video.
Hey everybody, this is Mary Meyer with All the Laughs Festival coming to you from Ponce City Market. We're going to show you how to navigate here to help you find us and whatever else you need while you're here. So parking
So
at Ponce is a little
professional.
interesting. There is some parking right here in front of the building, but probably you'll need to go in the parking garages, which are underneath Ponce. There's one over there, kind of around the building. Another option might be to just do ride share. There is a MARTA stop for a bus that is near here. A hot air balloon drop, maybe you ride with a friend, maybe you bicycle, maybe you ride your horse. I mean, I don't know, but like it's hard to park. That's all we're trying to say. So Roll Call Theater has moved. The last couple of years it's been over there by Pancake Social. But this year it's actually, if you go this way, over here by J. Crew, and just keep, it's right over there. It's that building. Don't go in the front of J. Crew, but walk behind it, and then there's kind of a walkway behind it, kind of over that direction. Go that way. To the alley. So if you are coming in from Ponce de Leon Avenue, what you're going to do is end up walking through these shops in the food court, and you'll take a right over here by the Allbirds, and just go through that section right there. But if you come in from North Avenue, then follow us here for the J. Crew. Go down this direction until you see that awning over there, and go behind the J. Crew. West Passage, right through here. And it's a little bit creepy, I'm not gonna lie. So if you need to walk fast, that's fine.
You said that every take, that it was creepy.
So as soon as you come out of Roll Call Theater, you're gonna take a right, and that's gonna take us to our nook. Let's go. We might talk, chill, watch some movies, have a drink, and we're gonna be hanging right here in this space. If you want to dance, I don't care. We shall be very dramatic, but only if we're funny about it, okay? Because this is comedy. Oh my gosh. The chill spot. Fun nook, the groovy grotto. Grotto? 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 Fun town. Dominic's nook. El Chalet. Dine and shine. Jazz hands.
Just
So Pond City Market Food Hall does have a lot of great options for dining. You can also go on the Beltline and just walk down. There's some things there. So a lot of good places to eat nearby. Join us on October 6th, 7th, and 8th for all the Laugh Festivals. Make sure that you follow us on the socials and go ahead and leave a comment about anything that you'd like to see happen. Also bring a friend. The ticket link is below, so can't wait to see you at all the laughs.
that's so fun.
Fantastic.
It was
All
such a
right.
fun shoot.
All right. Can I get a round of applause for Mary, please? Come on, everybody, for Mary, for Mary. All right. Yeah, I think my overarching goal, I would say for the video was movement. I wanted it to feel active. I didn't want it to be a, hey, Mary, just stand there and talk at the camera. Like that is the opposite of what I wanted. I wanted it to feel like movement. I wanted it to be active. I wanted people to see it and it like make them want to find out more about the festival. Even if they don't buy tickets, it would just kind of spur them on into action to want to do something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, and
I love that aspect too. That
Yeah.
captures attention.
And I would say, I think we were filming for what, an hour, Mary? I don't think it was maybe an hour and a half. It wasn't very long.
No, it was long enough to get my water bottle stolen, unfortunately, but it wasn't
Yes,
that long.
yes. Some creepy people who stole your water bottle when we were around the corner.
Very
I felt
weird.
terrible. But yes, I mean, obviously, I wanted the information to get out, the new location, the days of the
Mhm.
festival, the fact that there's a food court, where the theater was. So all that I wanted, but I really wanted your personality to shine, which I think worked. And yeah, just very much movement. So let's start back at the beginning, and we'll stop it just a little bit. Um, Opening shot. Actually, let me turn down the volume a little bit so we can kind of talk over it just a little bit. Awesome. Oh, that's too low, isn't it?
It's a great drone shot too.
Okay, I think that's a better one. All right.
Hey everybody, this is Mary Meyer with All the Last Festival coming to you from Pond City Market. We're going to show you how.
This was actually a difficult, if you remember, Mary, I made you do this like 4 or 5 times. I think this is the only one we did a bunch of times. It's because I was trying to get a really good ponce over your right shoulder. And all sorts of stuff was happening. There was police vehicles everywhere. We tried it on the sidewalk. I think we tried it up on the stairs. We tried it with you on the other side. Like I think this is the only shot we did multiple times. And I was hoping that you weren't going to get annoyed that we were going to do every single take like 5 or 6 times because we didn't. I think this is the only one I made you do multiple times.
Yeah,
But yeah, I really wanted to get the ponce like over your shoulder right there. Awesome.
yeah, that's a great shot.
Help you find us and whatever else you need while you're here. So parking at Ponds is a little interesting. There is some parking right here in front of the building, but probably you'll need to go in the parking garage.
This one I know we did exactly twice because I remember we did it the first time and I was like, you pretty much nailed it, but I wanted to do it a second time just to make sure we got it. And I think my favorite part is the end part.
One over there, one over there, kind of around the building. Another option might be to just do ride share. There is a MARTA stop for a bus that is near here. A hot air balloon drop, maybe you ride with a friend, maybe you bicycle, maybe you ride your horse. I mean, I don't know, but like it's hard to park. That's all we're trying to see.
The reason, because I remember brainstorming, I was like, I don't just want to say, ride share or the MARTA. Like I was like, there needs to be layers. And I think I said horse. I think you said one or two. I was like, there just needs to be a layer, layers of it. And you need to sort of fall off the edge. Like it needs to not make sense at the end. And then I remember the first time you did I don't care. And you just walked off. And my thought was, I don't know if that quite works. It's like I can't think why it is that I don't like it. And then you did it again the second time, and I thought, you know what? I am absolutely keeping it in, and it's because this is an informational promo video. You should be excited and happy, and the fact that you're just like, I don't care, and you just walk off shot. It subverts expectations because you're supposed to be helpful and cheery, and you're just like, yeah, I don't fucking care, and you just walk off frame, and I'm like, it makes people like it catches their attention and they watch more because you're subverting everything that you think they're doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you
All
did
the
you make that
unexpected.
choice deliberately?
Probably. I don't know. I think, the thing, I think when you said you caught my personality, like, I think we were having so much fun that I just really was just being goofy. So, yeah, I do think I think, the opposite of expectation is kind of where comedy lays a
Hmm.
lot of times. So, I don't know. I promise you I didn't overthink it.
So what you're saying is that you're naturally just brilliant. It just kind of
I
falls
guess
out of
that
you. Yeah. All
yeah.
right. All right. Yeah.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
what I assumed you were bragging about. All right. All right.
Finally, someone who understands me.
And then I enjoyed this shot too because to your left here, when this whole thing here pans to the right, see there's more police here. Like I said, there was police everywhere. There was police here, there was police cars. On the other side there was police. They were everywhere. And I was concerned while we were filming that at some point somebody was gonna walk up and be like, why are you guys here? So I think we only did this 2 or 3 times, and I was concerned about the police stopping us. I don't know if you were worried about that, but I was concerned with the amount of them. And especially with Atlanta over the last, what, 10, 15 years, the film industry has blossomed. And the bigger the
Right,
film industry gets, the more the police and people crack down on people filming because it's a where's my money if you're going to film here type of thing. You know?
right.
Yeah.
I feel like someone did stop us at one point. I feel like one of the police officers did talk to me.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they didn't stop us filming, but
So,
I feel like there was a conversation with somebody at some point. And I
yeah,
did
it's lovely.
I did know that I wanted to do something weird with it. I didn't fully have this part conceptualized with the arrows, but I think this part here with the it's over the like the awkwardness, I think I had you do that part maybe 3 times, and I did know that I wanted to put in the edit, splice them together so that they didn't quite work. So that part I got. I think I thought of the arrows afterwards. And then just sort of awkward standing at the camera. Yeah. I think for me, it was more of just subverting expectations. The fact that you just sort of stand there awkwardly looking at the camera, like, why are you still filming me? Like,
Right? Just all these little, yeah.
oh my gosh. And
Oh
I think
gosh, that
this
definitely
little
is like,
bit,
why is it so funny? But it is.
yeah, it is. Well, it is to me. I don't know if anybody else thinks it's funny. I think it's funny, and
Well, it's amusing.
yeah,
It
yeah.
makes you kind of, it captures your attention or whatever, like you said.
Mhm, yeah. That's all I was hoping for is that people would kind of pay attention. This is actually the only tech issue we had. I brought one of my really small light microphones, not one of my big heavy ones. And because of it, your voice cracks just a little bit at the beginning of this here. And it's because you were on the other side with that little brick wall there. And I was so annoyed because I wanted you originally, like where it says food hall right here, I was gonna have you start way back there and walk all the way forward. And you were just 3, 4 feet past me and the microphone was cutting out. So I had to stop
Wow.
and have you start up here. And that was the only tech issues I think we had. Do you remember any other tech problems?
No, but I don't know that I would paying attention to them the way you were either. So,
Yeah. So yeah, that was the
yeah.
only part that annoyed me was that your voice cut out just a little bit because of all the brick. But roll call theater. Yeah, your poor little water bottle was right here, wasn't it?
I think so. Maybe it was that girl, right? No, it wasn't. It
Naughty,
was
or
on
maybe
this
on the
other
other side of this thing. Yeah, naughty, naughty people stealing your water bottle. How rude of them.
Yeah.
I still had multiple people ask me how to get to the theater, and I very, very politely asked them, "Did you guys see the video?" And they went, "Yeah." And I went, "Did you go past the J. Crew?" And they went, "What J. Crew?" And I was like, Mary put blood, sweat, and tears into starring in this video, and you watched it, and you don't know how do you not know where anything is? I was polite about it, but it made me question a couple of people. I have no idea why you ran during this segment.
I don't know either. It just seemed like a long stretch to just be watching. So I wanted to go faster because it's like fast forwarding, only I actually ran it. I did the fast forward for you.
I don't think I directed you to run, did I? I think you just
I
did that.
don't know. I think probably just did it.
I think you
I don't
just did
recall.
it. And I know that we did this part twice because I've got once I'm on the right side of you and once I'm on the left side of you, so I know we did it twice. But I remember the first time you did it, and I thought, "Oh fuck, she's running!" And I had to like try to catch back up to you because you were supposed to be talking to the camera as you were running, and I was like, "Mary's like totally running right now." Yeah, you really caught me off guard when you started to run.
I was in heels too. I
Yeah, yeah.
like, okay, whatever.
Little wedges.
I know. Wedges are
It
comfortable
up
though.
on that side.
They're very good running heels.
Yeah, and I was like, I was like, we need to do something with the sign as you pass it, and I was like, I'm not quite sure what, and then you came up with this, and I really liked it. The like, yeah, I really liked that you got that. And this whole part here was weird because the theater was closed. Like we could not
Right.
get in the doors because they weren't there. And there was I think the doors were supposed to be open because I wanted to do the actual open the doors and have you come in and then cut it with you opening the doors and coming out, and we couldn't do that at all. So this whole little part here is edited.
So as soon as you come out of roll call,
Yeah.
I mean that's what I came up with. I don't know if I like it, but I mean I just kind of liked the opening just to kind of make it feel a little bit like doors, but
I think it's a really good example of how you do something where it doesn't work the way you think it's going to do, so you just pivot
mm,
and you made it work. I think it
mm,
looked really, I mean, I like
mm,
the transition.
yeah, yeah.
So,
And we came out, and then this, you actually ran this one even faster because I think I made you do it 3 times. Running in Atlanta heat in the summer, I made you do it 3 times because the first 2 times you ran so fast, you ran out of the shot, and I couldn't catch up to you. So I think I actually told you on the third time you had to run slower because I'm holding a camera and a gimbal and running backwards and trying not to hit people and keep you in the shot. And I was like, Mary, you're running way too fast. I'm not smart enough to do this that fast. I need you to slow down. So yeah, I think I made you do this one 3 times because you were running way too fast for me.
go right, and that's going to take us to our nook. Let's go.
Yeah, because I had to swing around you and get in front of you.
Talk, chill, watch some movies, have a drink, and
And I like that part too, hearing your voice come in on the next part while you were still running. I just thought it was a fun transition.
yeah.
And I definitely did not tell you to dance in here. That's also more of Mary's personality popping out.
If you want to dance, I don't care. We shall be very
Okay.
but only if there's something about it, okay?
That was all you. That was 100% you. There's nothing I didn't want you to do in there.
Ooh,
All right. What do you remember about this part?
you put me in a happy mood. That's good.
That's what I'm trying to do. I
Yeah.
like shoots to be fun. I don't like them to be stressful. I don't like them to be rushed. I just want to have fun. So that's what I was
Yeah.
going for. Hopefully I
Yeah, for
accomplished
sure.
it.
Yeah, you
Um,
did.
this part, because I remember when we first talked about it, I think the word nook came up that we were going to call it the nook, but I was like, I don't know if I like the word nook. And I had a list of all different kinds of things that we could call it. And this part, I did conceive of this part as we were standing there. I was like, why don't you do all of them? And like in my head, I was thinking of like, sometimes when you're doing a narrative project and you try, you do 4 takes of something and you do them different every time. And I always hated the fact that you just go with the one, even if the other 3 takes were good. And I thought, well, what if we do a montage and we do all of them? And I was like, I just need Mary to do all of them in a different style. So I remember having all of them down and just kind of throwing out ideas of how you could do them all different. And I did think I could do graphics, like some kind of graphic with the name on all of them. So that part did pop into my head while we were doing that. Yeah. Do you remember coming up with the way that you were going to say them, or did you just kind of do the first thing that came to your head? I don't know if I remember that part
That
again.
was that was probably improv, a little improv training. I think we did we did do a little back and forth on some of them.
Yeah.
I remember you had some of the ideas.
I wanted to do one that was an awkward close up. I was like, I don't know if it's going to be flattering and I was in a super wide lens, and I'm like, I'm going to do it. Let's see it again.
Doesn't matter. It's funny.
After you did that, I pulled out like that 6 seconds and I sent that to multiple people on my phone. I was like, look what Mary just did. Yeah, I did. I sent that to multiple people. Yeah,
Yeah, the famous Dominic laugh.
yeah, yeah. I think it's
And
still
then
in my phone. I think it's still in my phone somewhere.
Oh. I like El Chalet. Dine and Shine is fun.
I like the fact that it's actually difficult as an actor. It's difficult to make something look awkward, like deliberately. Like, because sometimes when someone's trying to do something awkward, it just looks stupid. But I thought you nailed it. You trying to, Vanna White something and sort of feeling it. Like I thought you did a really good job of making it look awkward rather than a bad actor not quite knowing how to do it.
Thank you. I'm putting that on my IMDb.
You should.
That's
I thought you'd be a failure and you weren't, Mary. I mean,
she can look for real awkward. Not like she's trying to be awkward, but she really looks awkward.
I did laugh at the fact that you always said all the laugh festivals instead of all the laughs festival. I think you said it wrong every single time.
Did I say it wrong every time? Because I like in the redoing, I'm like, oh, I said that wrong.
Yeah,
Every single
I
time I
think you
said it
said
wrong.
all the laugh festivals every time instead of all the laughs festival. I believe it was every take.
We're allowed one laugh per festival. No more. No, I'm just cracking up at all the laugh festivals. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
One laugh. You get one. Use it wisely. Because
All the
there's
laugh.
we
But
can't we
it,
can
it's such an amazing laugh that you're still going to use the word all the laugh. Yeah, 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 yeah. And that was a lot of exposition for that last little bit there, and you got all of that out. Like that was just a full info dump at the end, and I thought you did a great job
yeah.
of getting that one out.
Thank you. Oh, love it. It's such a fun shoot to recap too.
Mm.
I thought you did so like to me it's like, oh my gosh, you're the best producer ever because you wrote that, you came up with the idea, you put it all together and made it work.
Yes.
Communicated it to me effectively. So,
And
yeah,
you were a
I
very
thought,
willing victim, which I appreciated. So,
you know, I enjoy pain, so
other than the theft of your water bottle, I hope there wasn't a lot of other pain besides that.
yeah. Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
found it. I replaced that with the same one with
oh, did you?
orange. I was wearing orange in that video, and I'm like, I got orange. I got orange. I replaced my orange water bottle.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
My
All
color.
right. But yeah, thank you very much, Mary. I just wanted to do a
Thank
quick
you.
breakdown of that. Like you said, took us hour, less than an hour and a half, I believe. Just kind of chopped out that promo video, accomplished everything I wanted, got to spend a couple hours with you driving there, doing it, driving back. Overall, I just had a really great time.
Yeah, me too. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun to recap.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Mary.
Thanks, Erica.
People want to
Thank
find
you,
you
Mary.
online. Where do they go to find you?
Oh, Instagram at Mary Meyer Act.
Awesome. Thank you,
Probably
Mary.
the best place. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Thanks,
We'll talk
Erica.
to you later.
Thank you. Have a good day.